What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Snowpiercer video. The revolution is well and truly underway, and it's the second for David Diggs in a week. No, not that one, this one. I love this episode, which was full of major reveals, as the tea has been spilt on Mr. WILFORD. Wait, can we say that still? I don't know, let's actually move on. If you're new to the channel, then please do consider subscribing with notifications on to never miss a video, and hit thumbs up if you like the video, as it does help us out massively. Also check out the friend of the channel definition of heavy spoilers in the link in the description below. I've been discussing the show with him over the past few weeks, and he's been a great help towards his channel, and is just a genuinely great dude with an awesome channel. The episode opens with Ruth preparing the silverware for the first-class carriage as she professes her love for Mr. WILFORD. Man, what a total simp. I bet she would subscribe to his OnlyFans, which would probably just be trains and videos of him laughing at poor people. It sets us up for the rest of the episode as she is heavily indoctrinated by the propaganda of the train, which was much more heavy in the movie than it has been in the show. We also see Miles in the engineer car giving the signal for LJ coming into the engine room. I have to say, this actress is incredibly creepy as she goes up to the glasses engineer and seems to be giddy with excitement. I thought she was going to play Choppy Choppy Winky again with him, but no, she goes off into Melanie's car as she realizes there is no spoon. No, I mean, there is no Mr. WILFORD. She sees the picture of her daughter and swipes it later when she drops her receipts on Melanie in the kangaroo court. Our resident blondie security guard talks to Jinju again, and they are at odds as it becomes clear that Jinju knew all about what happened on the train and how Melanie stole the train, which was, well, kind of obvious. Let's remember that just a few weeks ago, when Jinju was the sponsor of her girlfriend to be in second, well, if the nominee breaks bad, then the sponsor suffers. Jinju could be risking everything here, going to third or even the tail. Ruth walks into what looks like a intervention as LJ and her family reveal the details to Ruth that there is a new leadership needed on the train, and Ruth can hardly believe what has happened. Like I said, she is indoctrinated, and if it is revealed to her that all the orders actually came from Melanie and not Mr. WILFORD, then she is quite rightly going to be upset about the whole thing. At the front of the train, Miles asks about Melanie's daughter. She explains that her daughter and the rest of the family did not make it aboard the train, just like Miles' family. He mentions Josie is his train mum, which is super orcs for your girl Melanie, who went full savage on Josie last week. After this, it is time for the big confrontation, as Melanie walks into the buffet car of the train and probably wondering why she can actually hear boss music. She is confronted by the kangaroo court for faking the whole thing, but really they need proof of what happened. An attempt is made on her life, which I could probably think was actually staged as the gruff leader of the riot control sends all of the first class to their carriages, but I might be overthinking that in all honesty. Melanie is taken to the same room she killed Josie as she warns the engineers of the incoming doom. Glasses engineer tries to come clean and is yeeted out of the engine room. Those two are clearly complicit in the whole thing. The reveal that Mr. WILFORD is dead by Glasses engineer, which is what I don't actually believe. I don't think this is the case. I don't think he's dead or in a drawer like Bess said. Don't forget that in the source of the franchise, there is a comic, of course, the source of the whole movie franchise and the TV show. There is actually another train called the Icebreaker, so I'm leaning towards that he is actually on there. The tail are now in open revolution with Andre making a fantastic speech to the train and going full Lafayette. Yeah, second Hamilton reference? Please bro, watch it, it's good. The communications have been cut, which would severely hamper the efforts of those up train. Ruth confronts Melanie finally, as Melanie explains she was the one who designed the entire train and it was all her. WILFORD betrayed her vision of saving humanity by selling tickets so he can keep up his lifestyle around him. This explains why she said to Andre a few weeks ago about the drawers being used to save the best of humanity. That was probably her original goal for the train, as she probably wanted to keep humanity going and really the best way was to have a nice diverse range of people, but Wilford wanted to have rich people all around him and them to have the best life, while people who didn't buy a ticket were the ones who were working on the train, because I can't imagine rich people would be wanting to work on the train there. But Ruth is too far gone in her love for Wilford, and she says that Melanie will actually now be executed. Yeah, that's a bit awkward for her. And they're willing to kill the person who can actually save the train, and the only person who knows how it works. And no one ever said that the mega rich were the most logical of people there. Weirdly, one of the 3 people put in the drawers at the start of the season comes out and starts speaking Mandarin, which is really, really weird. Are they actually doing a Get Out here with rich people's minds being put in the bodies of those in the drawers? Probably not, but I can't really think of an explanation for this thing, and there has been theories that this is a whole AI experiment, but yeah, well, that remains to be seen. The tale have progressed far in the train, and they've actually made more ground than I expected them to, getting all the way to the school car and the night car, as the fight goes savagely in the tunnels, and the night car is boxed in, and the tails seemingly start to win, but were actually tear-gassed. Remind you of anything? The only option now is a stalemate as both factions retreat, and it's not looking good for really the tail, because the people in the front of the train hold all the cards, they have all the weapons, the gear, but of course the people in the back of the train, they have the numbers, don't they? But the third one who was put in the tail is missing, as he is taken out by LJ and LJ's family, who are now seemingly in control of first class and the rest of the train. And he is there eating food and being kind of offered the best life to turn on Andre. This scene reminded me of the traitor in The Matrix who was actually sitting and eating dinner with Agent Smith. I mean, can this actor play a good guy for once? He's always a bad guy. I guess he's just really good at it. But overall, I thought this episode was really good. The action was good, if a bit savage there. But let's talk about next week. So there will be spoilers. The season finale is next week. It's a 2-parter. It's a 2-hour special. And spoilers incoming. This is your second warning. The tale is uncoupled with Melanie on board. This was the plan all along, and I presume that Melanie did not want this to happen, but now it's happening with her on board. So expect big stuff next week, and this season has been a joy so far, if it did start a bit slow with the murders at the start, but I really enjoyed it. So let me know what you think down in the comments. What are your thoughts moving forward? And let me know what other content you want. We've got dark videos we've put up. We have a whole season review of The Warrior Nun, and also some other bits and pieces. But that is it for this video. Please do drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe with notifications on if you haven't. And I'll see you soon, and goodbye.